Next, we're going to talk about the Visits tab. Visits is where all of the patient's SOAP notes for every single appointment are going to be located. So we've already gone over cases and how a patient can have multiple different cases, active, inactive, insurance, PI, acupuncture, Medicare, etc. And each case has its own transaction ledger. Each case also has its own visits area. So all of the SOAP notes from a particular case are going to live in that area of the visits tab. So all of this person's PI visits are going to live here. All of their VIP visits are going to show here. And I'm just going to open up their PI to draw your attention to a few things. So first of all, you'll see that every appointment has its own card here. If I click on one, I'm going to see the appointment type, the date, the status of this appointment, and I'm just going to change this back to completed so that it doesn't have that funky alert on it. So completed, I have the SOAP note ID, the date of the SOAP note itself, and the case that it's attached to. If you need to move a SOAP note to a different case, you can simply toggle, choose the case, save changes, and it will be moved to that case. If there is an appointment that doesn't have a SOAP note, you can actually create a SOAP note right from here. So if I click Create SOAP Note, just note that if the note is created in this way, charges will not be added to that visit. So a lot of times if you're catching up on your SOAP notes, the charges have already been added, but the charges will not be added to the visit when it is posted in this way. So it's going to pull up the SOAP note screen. You're going to put in your note, but you cannot add charges from here. So if the SOAP note is added in this way, you have to then click New Transaction, post date it, and then post the transaction. Okay, so next, the last thing that I wanted to draw your attention to on this screen is the audit button. This is such a great feature because if you show the history here on a specific visit, you not only see which user triggered the action, you see the note on the appointment, the provider, and any changes. So this appointment, this was an adjustment. It was scheduled for this time at this time. And the next thing that happened was the appointment was arrived by me, by Catherine, and then it was completed by Catherine. So if you ever have any questions about, what happened to a visit, you can just look at the history and it will walk you through everything that occurred on that visit.